This morning when I got up, I turned on the TV. First thing that I seen was a steal some more money from Republican voters, and it was Ted Cruz. And the problem with Ted Cruz's message is that it is all based on lies. Again, that's right. And I'm about to show you. And my research, it comes from, a lot of it comes from AI. And I am going to have a little bit of AI on my program today. Okay? To talk about the deficit, talk about the big, beautiful bullshit bill that has increased our deficit to trillions of dollars, and the Republican spending of trillions of dollars. And when they talk about the Democratic spending, they're talking about Medicaid, Medicare, food assistance, Social Security, and things like that. This is what they're talking about. I just want you to hear Ted Cruz's message first.
Democrats are betting everything on these midterms. They know that it's their last chance to derail the Trump administration and to try to undo everything we've achieved. Yes, their massive spending is terrifying. But honestly, that's not what keeps me up at night. What keeps me up is this. Democrats are giving every one of their candidates free access to a powerful master voter file, the exact same secret weapon that helped put President Trump back in the White House and reclaimed our Senate majority. I need to know you are still with me as I fight to protect and even to expand our Senate majority. Even $5 or $10 makes a difference. Please click the link.
Republicans have often supported increased spending on areas such as defense, border security, and tax cuts that reduce government revenue. In several periods when Republicans controlled Congress and the presidency, annual deficits still increased because spending remained high while revenues fell. Democrats have often supported increased spending on programs such as healthcare, infrastructure, education, clean energy, and social safety net programs. These initiatives have also added to federal spending, though Democrats have at times proposed offsetting some of the cost with higher taxes on corporations and high-income households. In practice, Congress, not just one party, passes spending bills. When one party controls both Congress and the presidency, it has greater influence over spending decisions. When government is divided, spending bills are usually the result of bipartisan negotiations. Often what Republican politicians are referring to, but it's not the whole picture. When Republicans criticize Democratic spending, they frequently point to programs such as Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security, food assistance, SNAP, housing assistance, student loan programs, other social welfare, and healthcare programs. Republican-led legislative efforts have significantly increased the national debt and shifted tax benefits toward the wealthy. Critics and fiscal analyses point to specific areas of taxation, defense, and social programs as the primary drivers of these fiscal outcomes. Trillion-dollar tax cuts. The Tax Cuts and Jobs Act, TSJ, originally enacted in 2017, legislative efforts such as the One Big Beautiful Bill enacted under the Trump administration have permanently extended and expanded these tax reductions. 1. 2. Distribution and deficit. Official estimates, including projections from the Congressional Budget Office, CBO, indicate that this legislation adds trillions to the deficit. Analysts, such as the Tax Policy Center, report that these cuts deliver disproportionate tax benefits to the top 1% and large corporations, while middle-income earners and lower brackets face tax increases or lesser benefits.
Ask yourself what the Republican Party has done to actually help the middle class. What bills have they passed to help the middle class? The people that are really in need. children, children that need food when they go to school. What have they done to help housing? They want to slash housing bills. They don't want to pass any bills that makes housing costs lower. What have they done for the American people? And what have they done for the millionaires, the billionaires, and the corporations that are benefiting? Also, they're afraid of losing that APEC money. Yeah, from Israel. This is nuts. First, they let Netanyahu pull the United States into a war that increased the deficit trillions of dollars. And then Ted Cruz has the balls to get up there and say that the Democrats want to take away what they accomplished. You're fucking right. Take away what they accomplished, because they have the only thing that they have accomplished was for the millionaires, the billionaires. Let's just put it the 1%. Okay? Let's just put it that way. The 1% are the ones that are benefit from the Republican Party being in office and controlling the government today. They are in charge of all the spending. So when they talk about the Democrats spending, how are the Democrats spending if they're refusing everything that the Democrats has put up there to help the middle class? There is no spending in this term by the Democratic Party. All the spending is coming from the Republican Party, and they are increasing the debt to where your grandchildren are going to end up paying off this debt. Now Ted Cruz is putting out that message that he wants the Republican Party, his Republican voters, to give them more money to keep him in office so they can continue slashing the Democratic voters. I've never in all my life have seen such chaos in the White House, such chaos with the Republican Party, because they're all afraid of Donald Trump. And what have they done with the Epstein files? Now Ted Blanche, Donald Trump's personal lawyer, he wants to make DOJ so they can create more chaos, more lies, and pass things for Donald Trump where he doesn't have to get audited at all, him and his family, after they made billions of dollars off of this country while he's been in office. So the Democrats want to change the things that they have done? Of course. Who wouldn't? But this isn't all. There is more.
This budget rips healthcare away from millions while handing out $4.5 trillion in tax breaks to billionaires and big corporations. Nearly half the net benefit of extending the 2017 Trump tax cuts would go to the top 5% of households, or those making more than $450,000 a year. CBO estimates that permanently extending the 2017 tax law will cost $4.6 trillion, including net interest costs, over the decade. Additional tax policies President Trump has called for, including no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, no tax on Social Security, and lifting the cap on state and local deductions, could cost, at minimum, an additional $1.1 trillion. This means if Republicans do not cut other spending or raise taxes elsewhere, they will be unable to meet all of Trump's campaign promises.
Really? Hey, we know that the Republican Party is not trying to pass any of the promises that Donald Trump made to campaign to get into the office in the first place. If you can't see that, you're blind. Everything that the Republican Party has done was to damage this country. But I don't understand what the Republican Party is trying to do, because now they see that Donald Trump's approval ratings is at like 30%. 30%. The Senate and the House already knows that they are done. This is why a lot of Republicans in the House are retiring. They're getting out of office. And Mike Johnson, I don't want to say the things that I would like to say. Right now, I have to wear a filter about Mike Johnson. Mike Johnson is Donald Trump's puppet. He's his puppet. Whatever Donald Trump tells Mike Johnson to do, no matter how bad it is or how it's going to hurt this country, he does it.
Kudlow, you summarize it all so well. I can't hardly improve upon what you've said. I had the same conversation with the president most recently about 2 hours ago, and I said, go big and sell what we've done. And he will. There's a lot to say. As you said, promises made, promises kept. When we are sitting in a country right now where inflation and gas prices and crime are going down, and paychecks and tax refunds are going up, you have a secure border again, you have a restoration of peace through strength, we're respected around the world again, solving wars along the way, we've got American energy dominance on the way. All these things are exactly what we told the people we'd do in 2024, and that's what we did after just 1 year of President Trump's second administration, second term. So, much.
You know, we go to the pumps all the time. How can Mike Johnson stand up there and tell lies like that? What planet is this fucker from? For Jesus Christ, he's going to stand on it. And, well, Fox News is known for lying because they're a propaganda bullshits. They're not even national news. They're a propaganda station. And that's exactly what Mike Johnson is doing. He's shitting out propaganda. He thinks that he is a liar just as good as Donald Trump is. Donald Trump is a good liar. This guy can throw lie after lie after lie. But the only problem is that every time he lies, he can't remember the last lie that he tells. So when he goes and says something else, he contradicts everything that he said the first time because he doesn't remember the lies. Nobody remembers the lies that they say. You can remember the truth, but you won't remember the lie. Now, Mike Johnson, I don't know how he can get up there and say that idiotic shit like that on Fox News, knowing that we see the gas prices because it's coming out of our pockets. Knowing the food prices are still going up. Oh God, I never seen beef at the price they are now. Even a loaf of bread. A loaf of bread, when you go into a grocery market, like Italian style bread, it's reaching at $4.50. Some places at $4.75 a loaf of bread. Go get hamburger rolls. Hamburger rolls are costing you a little bit over $4. Hot dogs too. Eggs. Eggs are been up for a long time. I don't get it. How could they stand up there and just keep lying to our faces? Knowing that he must be talking to the 30%. Actually, what it is with the ratings for Donald Trump, it's 30%, but 20% are voters, and the 10% are the billionaires that are supporting Trump because they want to keep making money. They want to keep their pockets filled with all the shit that Donald Trump gives them. The Republican Party, they're getting APEC money along with billionaire money. They don't have to worry about going to the store and buying groceries. They don't have to worry about putting gas in their vehicles because you guys are giving them gas money. The Republican Party the Republican voters are filling their gas tanks. I seen this one guy on Instagram. He he was putting gas. He had a diesel. He's putting gas in his truck, and he says, "I don't believe this." He says, "It cost me $30 to $40 to fill up my tank before all this started, and now it's costing me $60. I love Trump. How did he make my gas tank bigger?" This is the intelligence from the far right, the Republican voters that are supporting Trump. They are a bag of rocks.